Good morning. So here's the continuation of the report. So benchmarking can be applied to virtually any business or production process. Improvements to the best in the class levels in some areas will contribute greatly to market and financial success, whereas improvements in other areas will not have a significant impact. So we have here the five phases in the benchmarking process. First is the planning, analysis, integration, action, and maturity. Planning in this phase involves answering the following questions. The what is to be benchmarked? Which processes cause the most trouble? Which processes contribute most to customer satisfaction, which are not performing up to expectations? What are the competitive pressures impacting the organization the most? What processes or functions have the most potential for differentiating our organization from the competition? To whom or what will we compare? And last, how will the data be collected? Analysis. The analysis phase should involve a careful understanding of your current processes and practices as well as those of the organization being benchmarked. What is desired is an understanding of internal performance on which the assess strengths and weaknesses. Benchmarking studies can reveal three different outcomes. External processes may be significantly better than internal processes, a negative gap. Process performance may be approximately equal or parity, or the internal processes may be better than that found in external organizations, a positive gap. Negative gaps call for a major improvement effort. Parity requires further investigation to determine if improvement opportunities exist. The finding of a positive gap should result in recognition for the internal process. When best in the class processes have been described and quantified, additional analysis is necessary to determine the root cause of the gaps. Gaps are a result of process practices themselves, general business practices, and the organizational and operational structure. Next is the integration. Is the process of using benchmark findings to set operational targets for change. It involves careful planning to incorporate new practices and to ensure that benchmark findings are incorporated in all formal planning processes. So when benchmarking studies reveal a negative gap in performance, the objective is to change the process to close the gap. Benchmarking is a waste of time if change does not get implemented as a result. To effect change, the findings must be communicated to the people who can enable improvements within the organization. Action plans must be developed to implement new processes. Action. Action plan for change also should contain milestones for updating the benchmark findings and an ongoing reporting mechanism. Progress toward benchmark findings must be reported to all employees. The genetic steps for the development and execution of action plans are specify task, sequence task, determine resource needs, establish task schedules, assign responsibility for each task, describe expected results, specify methods for monitoring results. And the last is maturity. Maturity will be attained when best industry practices are incorporated in all business processes, thus ensuring superiority. Maturity is also achieved when benchmarking becomes an ongoing, essential, and self-initiated facet of the management process. And that's the end of my report.